Hi, Chloe. Good evening.
Good evening, Miss Donna. How are you?
Hello, Chloe.
Yes,
Chloe, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear
Can you
you,
hear
but
me?
yeah, I can hear you, but your internet was
Hold
not.
on. Can you hear me now? Yeah. See, I can. Can you speak? Can you speak, Chloe?
Yeah,
I can. Okay. Oh, finally, I can hear
yeah.
you. Okay. How are you tonight?
I was hanging here.
Do you have any other plans for your coming weekend? Tomorrow is
uh,
already Friday.
yeah,
Mhm.
maybe just study and buy something because my printer is out of the ink, so I need
Oh, I see.
to buy some. Yeah.
I see. In my case, I'm not sure. Honestly, my weekend is usually the busiest days
You
compared to
have
the weekdays.
you have to like prepare the cars.
Yes, of course, I have to prepare the lessons. And
Uh-huh,
because I edited a lot of your work for the writing, even the
uh-huh.
previous ones, but I am waiting for the bricks, making bricks. There are some who haven't submitted the bricks. Do you remember the graph
Oh
writing?
yeah, the bricks.
Yeah.
I already finished, but I didn't
Yep.
send it. I
Yep.
will send you right away, or
Mhm.
in WhatsApp, or you wanna I send it here.
It's okay with WhatsApp, no problem. Because I
Okay.
am compiling everything. So when I send them to you, you can see everything. So
Yeah.
it's already with me. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the process of making bricks because others didn't have yet. So I have to wait for it so I can give everything to each one of you. So you would
Okay.
see. Okay. Hi, Steffi. Good evening.
Good evening,
Good
Jana.
evening.
How are you?
Okay. I'm good. And fortunately, this afternoon is quite cooler compared to the other day.
Good.
But I don't think it's cool this afternoon.
Yeah.
So honestly, this is also the time for season for flu in
Oh,
Philippines. So
in the
yeah,
summer.
I think yeah, it's summer, but there is a typhoon 2 days ago. There was a
Typhoon.
typhoon 2 days ago. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we usually experience in summer. Either it's the s- the hot temperature is for a long
Yeah.
time, even at night. Very
Uh,
common.
yeah. It's tropical climate.
Who's
So
in here? Okay. Yeah, we often experience that. Good evening, Raylan, Bayuk,
Hi,
and
Miss
Ken
Anna.
Lu. Good
Good
evening. I
evening.
hope you have a good night
Ah,
today. Have you eaten your dinner or not yet? Not yet. Okay. Me too. Snacks. Have you had snacks before the class?
yes.
Mhm. Okay, that's good. Okay. Anyway, for tonight, we are going to have your speaking practice. Okay? But before we start the speaking practice, please tell me first which part of the speaking do you need more practice? You think you needed more help? I'll start from Bayu. How about you, Bayu? What part in the speaking test do you think you need more help or practice? You have speaking part 1, part 2, and part 3.
Sorry, miss, I can't hear you
Hi.
very well.
Okay. In speaking, right, you have the speaking test. We
Yep.
have part 1, part 2, and part 3, right? Which
Yep.
part do you think you needed more practice?
I think uh
Part,
part 2.
okay. Part 2, okay, okay. Because it's about you. It's about your experience usually. Okay.
Yeah.
How about Canlu? Thank you, Vayu. How about you, Canlu?
Yes.
Yes, I think it's writing task too. That's
Speaking. It's the speaking. Oh, Canlu stop. Okay. Well, Canlu comes back. How about you, Rayland?
Sorry.
What part of speaking do you need more practice? Part 1, part 2, or part 3?
I'm sorry because I'm absent yesterday, so I don't know.
No, in the speaking
In
test,
this speaking test.
right? You have
Mm,
speaking 1, 2, and 3. Yesterday was writing. Today is
writing.
speaking. Mhm. We're talking about speaking. What
Maybe
part of speaking?
speaking.
Mhm.
3.
3. Okay. 3. How can Lu? I'll go back to you again. What part?
I think that it's speaking task too.
Task 2. Oh, it's about your experience. How about Steffi? Thank you, Can Lu. How about you, Steffi?
Listening, speaking.
In speaking, part 1, 2, or 3?
I think part 2.
Part 2. Okay. Experiences. And Chloe, how about you? What part in speaking?
I think it's part 3 because it's the extension of the part 2.
Oh, yes. And it
Sometimes you
has
will like run out of ideas.
yes, that's really the challenge there. Okay, so anyway, for today, we will be practicing the part 1, 2, and 3. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we have for the first hour, I am not sure if your other class Emmy is absent. So I am not sure if the other ones would be coming. But for the first hour, I will have by you for the first hour. It's by you, Rayland, and Steph.
Why
Okay.
is that?
That will be your
Speaking.
we will do the practice speaking. Okay? It's okay for everybody to hear. Not to copy an answer, but for you to also figure out where do you think you need to practice more. Okay? And maybe you can get some points from your classmates as you listen. Okay? So anyway, you will usually have different answers. If ever you have the same answer, you will say it differently. So it's okay if you can hear each other. So you can get some points. So you can have a better answer. Okay? So for the first hour of the class, I will have first Rayland, Bayu, and Kanlu. Kanlu. Okay? So this one would only go for maybe 15 minutes or less for the speaking. We will practice speaking 1. Speaking 1 is just about you, more personal questions and simple. Speaking 2 is a bit more on your experience, okay? And you'll be talking more about your experiences there. And speaking 3 is related to speaking 2, but with a deeper content, deeper context. Okay? Are you ready, Bayu, Kanlu, and Rayland? Are you ready?
Speaking 1.
Speaking
Yep.
practice. No, we will do speaking 1, 2, and 3 all together. Okay, we will do all together. So this is continuous. So where is Bayu? Okay, I'll start first with, okay, maybe I can show you the question. No. I won't show you the question. I'll start first with Rayland. I'll
What?
start with you, Rayland. we will do the speaking practice.
Okay.
Okay. So I have here a set of questions for you. So you have to listen very carefully and then just answer whatever question you hear. Speaking part one is something personal about you, just something about you. Okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So everybody, please observe how Rayland answers. So maybe you can get some points on how to improve your answer. Okay. Let's get ready, Rayland. So let's start first with knowing you. So can you tell me your full name?
My name is my real name is Raylan Francis Alabaren.
Okay. So how do people call you?
Uh, and my workmate, they call me Raylan, but my
Ray.
family, some of my family call me because my nickname is Ting, and some of my cousins call me Franz or Francis. Yeah,
Yeah,
and this
pala.
is my first time here. Call me a Raylan because I didn't
Mm,
like to call me a Raylan. I like they call me a Ting.
okay.
Yeah.
So, Raylan, do you work or do you study?
Uh, I'm working now. I'm a full-time work uh technician in Elgas company here in Dandenong,
Okay. And
Victoria.
where do you? Okay, thank you. And where do you come from?
I'm from the Philippines.
Okay.
Okay.
And this morning when you woke up, what did you do? The first
Uh,
thing you woke up this morning.
first
Mhm.
first thing I woke up. I just pray to the God because
Oh,
they give me another day. Then after that, I'm going to the shower and prepare. And after finish my shower,
okay.
um, then I prepare my things and eating a breakfast, drink coffee, and going to the work.
Work. Okay, thank you. And now let's talk about your family. So,
Family.
Rayland, do you have a large family or a small family?
Large family.
So tell me
Um,
something about your family.
about the siblings or what?
Mhm. Your
Okay.
family generally.
Okay.
Mhm.
We have three siblings. I have a twin brother,
Oh.
and I have a youngest brother,
Mhm.
and my two brothers are all seaman.
Mhm. Oh.
Yep. And but I have half brother and half sister
Mhm.
from my father's side,
Mhm.
and we have a big family in Philippines, somewhere in Mindanao, Zamboanga City, and somewhere in Visayas, also in Negros Occidental.
Mhm.
And I have also a family in Sydney, Australia. I have first cousins and my uncle, the youngest brother of my father. And we have also yeah, we have
Mhm.
also cousins in Cavite.
You have a big family.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what things do you like doing together?
Sorry.
Especially, what things do you like doing together with your immediate family?
I like a family bonding together with my family. Then like eating or talking for something, or planning about life. That's it.
Okay. And who among your relatives or your immediate family are you close with?
All of them. We are close.
That's good.
Yeah, all of them.
Mm, okay.
All of my family tree, we are close. That's why I'm
Okay.
blessed because we are all close. Even our
Okay.
relatives.
Mhm. That's good. That's good to hear. Okay, thank you, Raylan. So
Thank
this
you.
time we're going to speaking practice part 2. So
Yes.
I am going to share with you my screen and I'll give you a minute, 1 minute to prepare your answer. Okay? So I'll
Okay.
be sharing the screen with you. So you can have a minute to prepare. Here is the question, your cue card for part 2. Your 1 minute starts now. You have a minute.
Yes. Uh, okay. I want to write this one.
Okay? Are you ready?
Not yet.
Okay,
Um,
a minute, your 1 minute ends. So you have to start speaking now. Okay, you can start.
okay.
Mhm.
So describe something.
Okay.
Describe something you do to keep healthy. You should eat you know kind of food like veggies and what's to keep healthy. You don't drink liquor or smoke. You don't smoke.
Mhm.
Um, I can answer this all.
Yeah, you have to describe something you do to keep yourself healthy. And your answer must include the questions here. What is the activity? When do you
Yes.
do it? How often do you do it? So make sure these
Okay.
points are in your answer. Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
The first one. What describe something you do to keep healthy?
Yes.
First one. You must sleep very well,
Mhm,
and you should eat a healthy food.
mhm.
And the next one, what this activity uh what this activity is.
Rayland, okay, Rayland, I'll cut you there for a moment. Okay,
Yes.
the ones in the bullets are only guide questions. The main question
Okay.
you have to answer is describe something you do to keep healthy. So what do you do to
Okay.
keep yourself healthy? These are only guide
Okay.
questions. Okay. You
Okay.
don't have to answer per question.
uh,
Just the main one.
yeah, that's it.
Describe something you do. Yes.
You should doing exercise for me, like it's like me. I'm doing exercise every weekend because
That's
that's the
good.
time I have a free time.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a good weather, so I'm just running or walking and biking a bicycle
Mm-hmm.
because I like bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
And every weekend, every weekend or holiday, and sometimes we catch up my friends. We going somewhere in the just walking in the mountain, 10 kilometers, just like that. Um, yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you there, Rayland. And this time, let's go to speaking practice part 3. So, speaking practice part 3, I have some questions about to you, somehow related to speaking part 2. Okay?
Okay.
So, here's the question for you. What are the most popular ways of keeping healthy in your country?
What's the
What are the most popular ways of keeping healthy in your country?
or country?
Yeah, in your country.
Um,
Mm.
what the question again?
Okay, it's okay.
Sorry.
What are the most popular ways of keeping yourself or your body healthy in your country?
Um, for my town, we eat healthy food. It's like a
Mm.
fish and vegetable.
Mhm.
Yeah. And sometimes we need our body to eat pork or a meat like that. But
Mhm.
usually we eat the seafoods and vegetable
Veggies.
and everyday exercise.
Okay. So
Yeah,
the that's it?
yeah, that's it.
Okay. So do you think most people worry more about their health as they get older?
Yes,
Mm.
because where our immune is, if we're getting old, our immune is you know uh uh getting slow. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And do you think people have become more health conscious this years or these days? Do you think people have become more health conscious these
Yes,
days?
for yeah, yes, because maybe because more people will health conscious because of the pandemic, about the pandemic, start the pandemic. Maybe that's the time all people will health conscious.
Okay. Thank you, Rayland. Thank you for your participation in the practice. Later, I am going
Yes.
to tell the suggestions. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Rayland. So you can figure out, you can write down where you think you had your weakness and your strength. So,
Yes.
okay. While you can also listen as the others answer. Okay. So you can get some
Okay.
points. The next one
Okay.
I would talk to would be Kanlu. Okay. So Kanlu, are you
Yes.
ready? Okay. Let's
Yes.
start first with speaking practice part one. Okay, of course, we'll
Yep.
start with, can you tell me your full name?
My full name is Lu Huang Bao Khan.
Okay, how do people call you?
Some people, some people at my work, they call me Khan. Is hate, but the customer cannot call my name because they are foreigner, so they can call me Chloe. That is my English name.
Okay. So where do you come from?
I'm from Vietnam and I was born in Nha Trang, one of the beautiful town in my country.
Okay. And do you work or do you study?
I I study internal English in currently, and also I working at the Lantern Vietnamese restaurant in Berwick.
Okay, I see. So last weekend. So what did you do last weekend?
Um, last weekend,
Mm-hmm. What did you do last
I
weekend?
I remember I work in the weekend. I work whole day in
Oh,
the last weekend.
mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you there, Ken Lu. So let's start. Let us talk about your family.
Yep.
So do you have a large or a small family?
I have a small family, just only me and my brother and my father, because my mom she's passed away a few years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Can you tell me something about your family?
Currently, I live in Australia and my family live in my country is in Vietnam. My father, he's retired. He's 70 years old now, and he too old for work. My brother, he is a English teacher in my hometown, and he got a good experience about hospitality.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. And who are you close to among your family members? Who are you
I
close
think
to?
I close to with my brother. He older than me 3 years old, and when we were a child, we always live together, plays game, do housework, everything together. So
Oh.
even now we have a small family, but we still keep in touch and always sharing about the childhood.
Okay, thank you there. And what things do you like to do together with your family?
Um, I think we love to go to the church together, because when we in the church, we pray together, and we can because in my church they got the small cemetery, and we can visit for my family. There's some people they pass away, and we can come there to say hello and pray for them, and chatting something about the past and the future we're gonna do. Like,
Okay, thank you there, Kalu. So now let's go to part 2. So I'll be showing you the cue card and I'll give you a minute to prepare your answer. Okay? So
did
I'll
you
share
send
with
me
you
on the chat bar?
Yep, I'm going to share my screen.
Yep.
Okay. Here's the question for you, Kanlu. Question number 2. You have a minute to prepare.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready, teacher.
Okay. Since
Um,
you're okay, you can start speaking.
Yep.
Yep. Okay,
There
you
are
can start speaking.
Yes. Oh, I
Okay.
cannot look the cue card.
Here.
Yeah.
It's here. Can you see now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me
Okay,
properly?
you can start.
Yeah. Yeah. There
Yep,
are many.
I can.
Yeah. There are many activity to keep healthy, but today I will talk about yoga. That is the favorite activity I really want to keep keep healthy. And I always do the yoga when I wake up in the morning. I spend 15 to 20 minutes a day to do the yoga, because I feel so relaxing and and balanced when I do the yoga. And I try to keep that consistent 3 or 4 times a week. Sometimes I get busy at work, so I try to do maybe just 2 times a week. But with the yoga, I can control my breath, and that is good way to look after for my health. And I feel and at the result, I feel like my body is very light, and I very patient when I got something problem in my life. Yes, that is the favorite activity. I really want to keep that on the way.
Okay.
I keep that all my life.
Okay, thank you. So this time let's go to part 3. It's still related to speaking to. So what are the most popular ways of keeping healthy in your country?
I think the popular ways of keeping healthy in my country is that the people will be
Mhm.
will be eating healthy, like veggie, and they will say no with the fast food and junk foods and something food got a lot of oil. Yes,
That's it.
yes.
That's it. Okay. So do you think most people worry more about their health as they get older?
Excuse me, can I just look the question or you just speak
Ah.
the question?
Oh, the part 3, you cannot see the question. Only part
All
2.
right. Yep.
Yes.
You just say it
So
again.
again, but you can ask the examiner to repeat the question. That's
Oh
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
can you just repeat the question, please?
Okay, sure. So do you think most people worry more about their health as they get older?
In my opinion, absolutely. They really care about their health when they get older. And do you want me to explain for my opinion?
Yes, you have to extend a little bit more to
All
support
right.
your answer. Yes.
Because when you get older,
Mhm.
all your system in your body will be reduced, will be slowly. And if you don't have the schedule to get the exercise or to have the menu to have something healthy food, so
Mhm.
they're gonna worry about their health in the future. But if they can keep continue, they can keep the the balance when they have healthy food and do exercise and no no get worry about much in their life. They will confident to get healthy food when they get older.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Okay, continue. There's
no,
more.
yeah, I think I said something
Okay.
wrong. So
Okay. And the last one, I have the last one question for you. How can children be encouraged to adopt the healthy eating habits? How can children be encouraged to eat healthy?
uh um I think when the children they don't know exactly which food is good for them. Example for my daughter, she doesn't like to eat the broccoli, but I try to explain for her that is really good for your healthy if you eat something like veggie, like broccoli and carrots and potato. And when she refused that, and I would try to keep patient and encourage her by um, to um, to show her about the how the how the good food will be good for your body, and try to encourage her about to turn on the television or something and buy something for her if she can keep the good healthy food for her. And I think depend on uh, how was OJR, we have many way to encourage her, which a different way. Yep.
Okay, thank you so much, Kenlu. That's it. Thank you. Okay. I hope everybody you've heard how Kenlu answered. So you can get some points there that you think you can use. And thank you, Kenlu. For the
Thank
last one, for the first hour, what did I say? Kenlu? Bayou. Bayou. It's Bayou's turn. Bayou, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's start first with, of course, can you tell me your full name?
Okay. My full name is Bayu Mahardika, and
How do people call
the
you?
yes, actually some people in my country call me Dika, and then now is because I live now in Australia, and then the people in here call me Bayu, and then but it's okay for me, but just little bit different for me because first time the people call me by.
Okay, so Bayou, how long have you been living in Australia?
I've been in here is around 11 months
Oh,
already.
almost a year. Okay, and what do you enjoy doing on your free time?
Sorry.
What do you enjoy doing on your free time now that you are in
Ah,
Australia?
I'm in for few time. I'm enjoying
Mhm.
because uh, I get I got married already now, and then I have wife, and then sometimes I go holiday to my wife,
Mhm.
and we are happy.
Okay, thank you there. So let's talk about your family. Do you have a large or a small family?
Actually, I have a small family. Uh, I have my father, my mother, and one my younger sister.
Mhm. Okay. Can you tell me something more about your family?
Yes.
Mhm.
Actually, I already married. Then now I have wife. Uh, I come here with my wife,
Mhm.
and I have auntie in here. They are married with Australia people,
Mhm.
and I close with her because when I was still, uh, she care about me, and then
Mhm.
sometime she give me some money, and then I'm happy. Then now she help me to coming here, and then
Mhm.
I long time ago I was not meet with her, and then
Mhm.
now I can meet her because I coming here.
Okay. And what things do you enjoy doing together with your family?
Uh, Sorry, can you say the question again?
Okay. What things do you enjoy doing with your family?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Usually, we are always enjoy,
Mhm.
and every weekend we always go together in somewhere like some restaurant, and then we do dinner together or lunch together with my family.
Okay. So who are you close with in your family?
Actually, I very close with my cousin.
Mhm.
She is in here. She is a daughter from my aunt. Yeah,
Okay.
because
Okay. Continue.
when we was still, we went to everywhere together. We play games together.
Good.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you there, Bayu. So this time we'll go to part 2. I'll be sharing my screen and you have 1 minute to prepare your answer. Okay. So you have the same question. Here's your question. Your 1 minute starts now. You can prepare for 1 minute.
All right. I'm ready.
Okay, you're ready? Okay, you can start.
Yep. There are a lot of activity to keep healthy, but today I want to talk about
Mhm.
run in the morning. This is activity what I like,
Mm.
and I do this activity every time I have a day off. I like this activity because I feel my body feeling fresh when I do this activity, because the atmosphere in the morning is very cool to do this sport for me. For example, like running a little about 1 to 2 hours and not need to go too far. I do this only around the house.
Mhm.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, that's it. Thank you there, Bayu.
Okay.
So this time, let's go to part 3 of the speaking. I cannot show you the question anymore. Okay, part 3 has something to do related to number speaking to. So what are the most popular ways of keeping healthy in your country?
Uh, yeah, actually for now, the people in my country like to do some activity
Mm,
like gym,
Gym. Mhm.
like gym. Yes, uh, because they are do this activity because some people in my country is they are get some like what do you mean, uh obesity.
Mhm.
Yep, and then because and they are try to reduce uh their weight
Mhm.
to do the gym. And usually the people like do this activity because this activity is easy to do.
Okay.
And yeah,
Mhm. Continue. And
that's it.
okay. So, do you think most people these days worry about their health as they get older?
Ah, yes, of course, they are care about the their health because so many what they call disease now like some cancer or heart attack.
Mhm.
So the people care about her health. Uh, yeah, that's why the people like to do the some activity like exercise, like gym, what I say, and then
Mhm.
try to uh eat some vegetable and uh some fruits,
Mhm.
and the point is stop smoking
Mhm. Okay.
and
Mhm. And
don't too much drink alcohol.
okay.
Yep.
So, for the last question, do you think people have become more health conscious these days?
Sorry, miss, I can
Do you think?
hear it
Do you
very well.
think? Okay. Do you think people these days have become more health conscious?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
of course, because uh, the people thinking about that because uh, there will be happy
Mm-hmm.
with their if they uh, stay healthy and
Mm-hmm.
actually the people is uh, try to get more longer age. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where the people like to keep
Mm-hmm.
their health.
Okay. That's it by you? Okay. So thank you for your answer.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry about my
You don't have to
some my
say sorry
grammar
by
is
you.
not good and
Okay. So I'll
my
start.
vocabulary is still.
Don't worry. You did your best. Everybody, the three, you did your best. Okay. So I'll start quickly with Rayland. Rayland.
Yes.
Okay. I think you already know and feel where you need more practice. Am I right? Where do you
Yes.
think you need more practice? I want to hear from you first.
For me, I need to practice about my vocabulary
Mm-hmm. Yes,
because
that's
I'm
one.
yeah, and because I sometimes I confuse to speak.
Yes, that's one.
Yes, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I have something to say, but I don't know how how
To
to speak.
say it. Yes.
Yeah, to
Yep.
say it less like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But the good point with you is your voice doesn't sound nervous. I think you're not that nervous. However,
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe her internet is
Yeah,
little bit.
maybe
Um,
because you have
maybe this
a
maybe the
lot
internet is bad, so
yeah,
that's why. Is the reason.
Yes, he's left now. He's working.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
So the grammar, please reland your sentences. You have to follow the proper grammar structure. Actually, most of your sentences are okay. But when you
Yeah,
are
the
already
grammar.
giving ideas at the same time, the grammar lose track. The structure is becoming disoriented already. So for you to be sure that your sentences are okay, try to speak not too fast and not too slow. And you know the English grammar, right? We follow the subject, verb, object pattern most of the time.
Yes.
So just make sure, please make sure you use your transition words properly. Because I didn't hear, I heard just very few transition words because you said you said some points that are connected to each other, but you did not use transition words. So if the scholar or the examiner will listen to you, he will not know if is it included in your first idea or is it in the second idea. So you have to use your transition words like your furthermore, your moreover, in addition to, something like those words to connect you to your ideas. Okay?
Okay. Thank
And
you.
pronunciation, Rayland, a bit.
Yes.
Practice some more. Okay, the
Okay.
fluency still needs practice. But the good point with you is the ideas are very good. All ideas needed are there. Okay? And you said them in a more organized way, but because you lack transition words, so the organization is a little bit incomplete. Okay? So that part you need to practice. Okay? Thank you
Okay.
so much there.
Thank you.
And okay, have your break first. You can have your break first. And then I'll tell the other to Bayu and Kandu. Okay? So you can have your break first. Okay. Have your break.
Okay.
Staff Sergeant Rizaldo, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sinabi mo, tubig ko nila, yung magpapaplat na tayo. At eventually, namatay dahil tinanggap yung kanyang matanda. Kung wala
Hold on. Raylan, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Raylan, is this your first time to have this class? The
Yeah.
IELTS class? Ah, okay. I
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, I got it. So it's also your first time to have the speaking
Yes.
practice. Ah, okay, okay. So somehow that's how it goes because next week is the examination week. So that's how it goes. At least you know the process, right? So, but they can ask you some more other questions. But the flow is like that. Okay. So let me go now to Bayou. Bayou. Okay,
Yes,
can you
yes,
hear me? Okay.
yes.
For Bayou, um, Bayou, there were just some long pauses
Mm.
in some parts. So to avoid that, you can use some other words that can fill that long pause. Okay, use your fillers that you know. And the good thing is your ideas were said in an organized way. They are organized. However,
Yes.
same with Rayland, a little bit of the sentence structure practice. Okay? A little bit of
Yes.
that. And what else did I have here? The good thing is you were able to use some phrasal verbs when you were speaking. So sometimes if you don't know the vocabulary word to use, please use phrasal verbs. Okay? If
Okay.
you forgot some vocabulary words, phrasal verbs will help you. So very good in that use by you. And what else do I have here for you? Another one would be, okay, your choice of word there. We don't really say, I like to run. You can say running,
Ah, yeah, yeah,
running.
yeah.
Running in the
Right.
morning, you call that your, usually used to be verbs, but we call them like your gerunds, right? They are verbs, but they function as nouns. So running is the form of exercise I do every morning instead of to
Ah,
run, right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
can use that. And what
Ah,
else? Same goes with Raylan. Instead of saying to eat veggies, eating veggies will make you feel more healthy. You can also
yes.
use that because that's another point in IELTS, how you use that one. Okay. And your choice of words, the same by you. Very good because you chose obesity. But in your sentence, it's not obesity that you need. It's obese. So make
Yeah,
sure when
yeah,
you use the word, you know if it is a noun. Do you need an adjective
yeah.
form or do you need a verb form? Make sure.
Oh,
But in your sentence, you need adjective, obese.
Yes.
Okay, obese.
Okay.
Obesity is noun. So just be careful with that. But so far, the flow of your answers are good. The flow is good. So that's it for Bayu. Thank you, Bayu.
Thanks.
And for Kenlu, can you hear me? Oh,
Yes,
oh,
teacher.
there you go. Okay. Kenlu, for you, very good that you're able to extend your answer. So very good. And you're able to use your transition words. So you connected your ideas properly there. And just be careful with the pronunciation a bit, especially with the last syllables.
Yep.
Sometimes you're losing the sound with the last syllables. Be careful with that because they might not understand the word you are saying. So just be careful. If you say
Yes.
touch, it's touch. The CH must be heard. That one must be heard there. And I noticed some, but just practice them as you speak. And what else? The same with Bayu. You have a very good choice of word, but you have to know the function. Are you going to use it as a noun or are you going to use it as an adjective? That one. So, for example, you said relaxing. You feel more, you use the word relaxing, but the correct word is relaxed. I feel more relaxed. Okay. So, just that
Yes.
part. And same, you also mentioned you want to control your breathe. You want to control your breathing. Your breathing. So
Yeah.
that choice of,
Yeah.
you always have very good choice of words, can whether in writing or in speaking. You always have good choice of words. The thing is, you have to practice identifying, should I use it as a noun or should I use it as an adjective? Okay, be careful with that. But so far,
Yep.
and a bit of grammar in the sentences. You know the part in the sentences where you need practice. Okay, the structure a little bit. So far, that's all can do. So just practice
Yeah.
some
Thank
more
you,
on the
teacher.
choice. Okay, thank you for Canlu, Bayu, and Rayland. Are the others ready? The two, Steffi and Chloe. Are you ready? You already saw the question. So, but let's start first with the first question. I'll start with Chloe. Okay.
Yep.
Chloe, are you ready?
I guess so.
Okay. Okay. Let's start. So, can you tell me your full name?
Hi, my name is Huang Ki Lai, but my friends and my family call me Chloe. It's a good way to remember my name and easy to pronounce.
Okay. So, do you work or study?
Currently, I'm just studying for English because I need to get in a band 7 on IELTS test to apply my college in Australia.
Okay. So, usually in the weekend, what activities do you usually do?
On the weekend, I always like watching. I always like watching films with my boyfriend, and I will do like weekly routine buying groceries and just something to eat. And
Okay.
sometimes I will hang out with my friends for like a lunch date or a dinner date. Yeah.
Okay, thank you there. So this time let's talk about your family. Do you have a large or a small family?
I used to have a large family, but my uncle passed away. My two uncles passed away, and my grandparents, either my mother's side, my father's side, all passed away. So it shrinks in these recent years.
Okay.
So
So
now I just only got my I just have my mother and my two sisters, older sister and younger sister.
younger sister. Okay. Can you tell me something more about your family?
I am the I am close to my mom the most. I always like being with her. No matter what she does, I will like follow her. And when she going to when she went to the supermarket, I will follow her. And if she needs to work, I will be her second driver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just but I'm not close with my older sister because she's a little bit mean sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's it.
Okay, thank you. So, what are the things you like doing with your family? You like to do together?
Mostly I like to go shopping, the girls' favorite thing. And sometimes I will go to movies with my younger sister. And mostly sometimes we will like visit some place we never been to. Yep, like
Okay,
traveling. Yeah.
traveling. Okay, but who are you close to in your family?
My mother and my younger sister, because my father passed away too many years ago. I forgot how many years. And
Sorry to hear.
because my mom raised us 3 kids
Mhm.
like 20 years for 20 years for her alone. And so I'm the close with her. Yeah.
Okay, thank you there, Chloe. So this time we'll go to speaking part 2. So I'll share my screen with you and you'll have the same question with them.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. You have 1 minute to prepare for your answer. Okay, here it is.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, so let's start. You can answer.
There are a lot of things I do to like keep me healthy, but today I'll talk about an exercise I do at least 3 times a week. It is the most active way to keep me healthy. Firstly, the exercise I do is it's called freehand training, and I will find some video on the YouTube. For example, some abnormal or lower extremities exercise training, and I will do it like 30 minutes before I start studying for a day. And I'll try my best to like 3 times a week or more. It's really helpful that because some studies said the exercise can increase the endorphin and dopamine in our head. So it makes me happier than before. Because I was not a fan who like to exercise before. I barely do exercise when I was a nurse. I just work and home and work. So after 6 years working, I found out my body function is like decreasing. So it's not good as before. So that's why I start to doing some exercise. After fortunately, I start moving and doing exercise. I lose weight, and my body seems like more fit, and I feel healthier than before.
Okay, thank you there, Chloe.
Okay.
So this time let's go to part 3.
Yeah.
For your speaking. So question 1, what are the most popular ways of keeping healthy in your country?
Mostly they always go to the gym or exercise in the park. Some grandparents like to exercise in the park because it's free.
Mhm.
So they mostly just doing the fast running or some stretching exercise in the park.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think most people these days worry about their health as they get older?
Yeah, I would say because when we get older, our body function like immune system and the function just like not like before. So people will like worry about their health. So most of them they will, if they got some issues, maybe a flu or a problem, they like to see a doctor. And sometimes they will have some like healthy products, healthy foods. And yeah, I think
Okay.
yeah.
So do you think, sorry, how can children be encouraged to adapt healthy eating habits?
I would say we have to like act in front of them.
Mhm.
We eat healthier, they will eat healthier. Just like my best friend who just got 2 kids. She never allowed her children to eat like chocolate or sugar candy, and they just never ate. And they're not they didn't know that it's a thing they can eat. And their parents, my friend and her husband, don't eat that unhealthy things in front of their children. So I would think that is the best way to keep their children adapt the healthy diet.
Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
there, Chloe. Thank you so much. So I'll give the suggest comments later. So thank you. How do you feel?
Nervous. I'm sweating.
Okay. Okay. So that's not yet the exam week. It will be next week. So later I'll give the comments. And now let's go to Steffi. Are you ready, Steffi?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm about to say your name. Sorry. Okay. Can you tell me your full name?
My name is Xu Peijun.
How do
My
people call
family,
you? Mhm,
Most of my friend and family call me Steffi.
mhm.
Yeah, I have the Steffi this name since I study university.
Okay. So do you work or study?
I work at full time in the coffee shop at the moment and study in Turner College
Mhm,
doing the IELTS course.
okay. So this morning when you woke up, what did you do? What
I
activities did you do?
basically I wake up very early because I start work pretty early. I start by 5:30. So first thing I wake up, I just prepare, ready to go work. Maybe make a coffee for myself and then a breakfast, a simple salad with some fruit, and then quick breakfast and jump in the car and go to work.
Okay. So thank you. Thank you there, Steffi. So this time let's talk about your family. Do you have a large family or a small family?
I have a small family. In Taiwan, I have the two older sisters and my mom. But my two older sisters, they all married. They live other county, and my mom live in my village where I born from. She still live there by herself.
Mhm. Okay. Can you tell me something more about your family?
My two older sisters, they all married, and the oldest one, she has a young boy, 8 years old, which is my nephew. My second sister, she married as well, but she doesn't have a kid. And my older sister and my mom, they all work in nursing aid, which is go to older people's house to cook a dinner or lunch for them, and or just take them to hospital if they need some help. Yes.
Mhm. Okay. So, what are the things that you like to do together with your family?
When I was in Taiwan, we like to go outdoor, do some outdoor activity together. Like for example, go to park or go some good restaurant we like and enjoy the family time. Yes, that's the most
Okay.
time we did.
Mm-hmm. And among your family members, who are you close to?
I am more close my two sisters. I talk with them most of every day. We just text the message text every day, and we will generally just talk about the daily what you did anything happen, or we just concern about how you feel and how's the situation. My mom, yes.
Okay, so the last question for you is, how much time do you manage to spend with your family?
When I was in Taiwan, I left my home pretty young when I was study high school. So I only during the week I study at school and then I live in close school. So it's in other county. It's not my home village. So I only spend like weekend when I finish the study and I went back home during the weekend. So basically I just spend like weekend 2 days with my family.
Okay, thank you there. So this time, let's go to part 2 of your speaking. You have a minute to prepare, and I'll show you the cue card. Okay, here it is.
Can I start it?
Okay, yep. You're
Okay.
ready? Okay, you can start.
Yes, there are many activities to keep me healthy. Today I'm going to talk about surfing. I normally, when I day off, I will go to surfing. I will wake up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning and pick it up, have the briefly breakfast and pick it up my surfing gear and put in my car, and I drive to my favorite beach to check the wet condition. If the wet condition is good, I will do a little bit warming up exercise at the beach, and then take my surfboard and jump into the ocean to chasing the wave. I try to keep 2 days a week at least do the surfing, because I need to get some sunshine. It's attract the vitamin, they call vitamin D from the sunshine, and then apparently it's good for your body, for a human body. Every time I surf at least 2 hours and stay in the water. It's very important for me to surfing. It's not just the physical health, also for the mental health, because being in nature is such meditation. And especially when you get older and older, and I realize health is very important for me, because if I'm not healthy, it will affect my work energy. And if I don't have energy to go to work, I don't have income, and then I can't support my life. And because you need to pay the rent, pay the car, pay insurance, everything is cost. So healthy for me is most important thing. As long as I'm healthy, I can do a lot of things. I can study, I can go to work, and I can have the good relationship with my friend and coworker, with my partner. Yes.
Okay, thank you there, Steffi. So let's go to speaking part 3. Okay. Speaking part 3, you have similar question with them. Okay. Speaking part 3's first question, what are the most popular ways of keeping healthy in your country?
The most popular way to keep people healthy in my country, I think, dietary. Like people will be in a vegetarian or do the specific dietary, vegan. Now it's very popular in Taiwan. I think it's very popular in Australia as well, or around the world. And then, but vegetarian in Taiwan is also the religion thing. Some of the people, they have the religion restriction, so they will be vegetarian very, very long time. And then now more the young people, they realize it's the way to keep you healthy as well. So people will eat more light food, like less salt, less seasoning. And the way they cook, for example, they cook the chicken, just branch it, very plain, and less oil. This kind of thing just keep people more healthier, and then less deep fried food as well. And yeah, I think it is the most popular way to be healthy is dietary.
Okay. Thank you. And do you think most people worry about their health as they get older?
Yes, definitely. When people get older, they will worry about the health situation, because when you get older and your immunity system will drop, not strong as you were young. So I think people will more care about the health. That's definitely.
Okay, and do you think people these days have become more health conscious?
Yes, definitely. Because I think it's about influencer effect as well. The people who mainstream media, they affect the people, the follower, and they do exercise, especially the Australian actor Chris Hemsworth. you know, you can see he's always work out in his Instagram, or he eat what he eat, and people will follow him and do what he does. And I think this kind of thing will make people conscious about being healthy, and you have a strong body and you look good. That's just not look good, and you can make your life better as well.
Okay. That's it. Thank you so much, Steffi. Steffi, how's the feeling?
Be nervous, but it's okay.
Okay. Raylan, because last time,
Yes.
Chloe, Steffi, Bayu, Kanlu, Alvin, Maud, Paru, they were able to have the speaking test with me last time, right? So, I'll just ask them very briefly about how's the feeling now compared before. Okay? So I'll ask them first. Chloe, how's the feeling briefly? Compare how you answered now from how you answered last time.
I think I know how to like answer it like properly.
Yes.
More ideas to like just like Miss Darling told us, we have to general idea with the windows.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The windows that you follow.
Yeah.
That you need.
And
Mhm.
so that ideas can extension like more. So
Mhm.
it's not a simple word. It become like a more complicated sentence than before.
Okay. Honestly, yeah, your answers now are, when it comes to your fluency in answering, it's a lot better compared to the first one. So I think maybe because the more you practice, the more you get used to the flow of your answer, right? So actually yours, Chloe, just a bit for the sentence structure. Just a bit for that, because your sentence structure now are a lot better than before. And just be cautious with similar like with the choice of word that you use, but very few words only. Just be cautious with that. And good because you're able to use your transition words properly. Your fillers, especially when you had that you're about to make a pause and suddenly you had a word to use. So you didn't pause there. So that's good. And what else? The flow of your answers are more organized and coherent this time than the first one. So yeah, just maybe practice some more with some more vocabulary, but very good for using some phrasal verbs to substitute your vocabulary words. That that's how you can that's something you can do when you want to increase your vocabulary, but sometimes we lose the vocabulary word. You want to say it, but it doesn't come out, right? You can use your phrasal verbs. The phrasal verbs would look like very simple words put together, right? Turn off, turn on, right? Those words look very simple. But if you know how to use them properly and correctly with a more level up sentences, they will sound very professional. So use that. Just for you to at least have something, if in case you forgot some vocabulary word, think about a phrasal verb that could fit. You can use that. Okay, thank you there. And for Steffi, your speaking this time is also a lot better than the first one.
Thank you.
What do you think? How about
Yeah,
you?
and you mean the flow or the
It's
vocabulary or?
it's better because the flow is more organized. Remember I
Yeah.
told you before, practice
Yeah.
your organization, practice your
Yeah.
coherence, practice your vocabulary. So it's a lot better now. And you had good use of your vocabulary words this time. So they're used, mostly they're used properly. And what else? Just avoid, especially when you were ending the answer. I think that's in speaking too. When you are ending your answer, just avoid repetition. because you are already ending. So if you repeated that, it means you're not yet finished.
Okay.
So the examiner might think, finish, not finish, like that. So because you're still repeating something. So make sure you start strong, you finish strong. Okay, even for the others, when you're speaking, you start strong. If you start strong, your details will be very good because you started strong. So
Yeah.
make sure when you have your speaking test, you motivate yourself already. You condition yourself. So you can have a very strong beginning.
Mm.
And then the middle up, and make sure you end strong. You end strong. The confidence must still be there because the more you feel that, the more answers you can give. The more organization you can do as you think. So that's something you have to do. This is for everyone. And Steffi, just a little bit of again, a bit of choice of word. You can just say, instead of saying eat more light, eat lighter.
Yeah.
So that one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if you think you're about to make a very long sentence, but it can be shortened, choose the shorter version. Okay? It's the shorter version. So you can have more ideas to do. So that's all for today. So far, for Rayland, I understand because Rayland, it's your first time.
Yeah.
It's the first time. Probably some of them also had the same experience in their first time, especially in
Right.
speaking. You know, right?
Yes.
Even though English is our Filipino second language, sometimes when it comes to speaking test, you know, right? We still get very nervous. Although
Yes.
with you, I don't feel the nervousness with you. Just you have the confidence with you. Maybe just the flow. At least you have the flow now. You know the flow of the speaking. So it starts with something personal, just your name, something about you, and then a little bit more about maybe your family or something you like to do or where you
Okay.
live. And then the part two is more on your experience, maybe most of the time.
Okay.
Okay. Part three
Okay.
this time is connected to part two, but in a more broader context. Maybe they will relate it to the society, like that, right? If you notice,
Okay.
we talk about the health in speaking two, and then
Yes.
speaking three, health also, but more on your environment, more on the society, more on people, right? That's the flow. So from easier question to intermediate questions to a little bit more advanced question. That's the flow, Raylan.
Okay.
So far with you, because you have the flow. Your answers have the flow. But I told you the grammar,
The
the
grammar. Yeah.
sentence, the sentences. Because that one really has points. By the way, if you could remember, we have uh, a certain categories to give you points, your fluency, your lexical resource, that's your vocabulary, you have your coherence, and you have your pronunciation. 4. Okay, there are 4. And they will average that to get your main score. So at least you'll be able to get 6. That one would be fine. But for those who had been doing it, aim for higher. Aim higher than 6 if you can. Okay? But so far for Bayu, Steffi, Chloe, and Canlu, generally a lot better than the first time. A lot better than the first time. So there are just some that maintained like a little bit of the pronunciation and the sentence structure. That's it. So, but the flow is more organized this time. Do you have any questions? Any question? Congratulations. You did. The speaking test is usually for 11 to 14 minutes. That's how it goes. But I gave you 15 minutes each, right? But most of you did not do the 15 minutes. Most of you met the time. So that's good. That's good to know. At least you were able to do that. So Rayland, it's 11 to 14 minutes, maybe around the whole speaking test. So just make sure the most important thing is you listen very well to
Okay.
the examiner. That guides you. And as you listen, the windows, the patterns that you did will just come out. Just don't forget your transition words. It connects you always. Okay? Your vocabulary, if you're doubtful with your vocabulary word, you can use your phrasal verb or substitute to a word that you think you know more. Okay? Because it's better you use the word simple word but you use correctly than use a hard word but inappropriate, right? So it might be a minus point for you if ever. So that's all for today. Any question? Raylan, Canlu, Bayu, Steffi, and Chloe? You can give, we still have time. You can ask questions to help you out for next week. Also for listening if you need to, or the writing part, the reading part as well. Do you have any questions? Let's do the rest of the time with that. So at least you can have a guide.
Hey, you didn't comment my essay yesterday.
The essay yesterday, okay, hold on. I read your work there.
And the process of making a brick.
Steffi, with you. The process of making bricks is done. For Steffi, starting from your essay last night, the one you sent, good choice of vocabulary words, but some, again, like my comment to you, needs to be used in proper function. Some words needed to be as an adjective instead of a noun. Okay? And what else? Okay, hold on. Because I put it in my computer. Okay. Another one, the fee for your writing yesterday. I couldn't open it. Okay, here you go. The good point this time with your writing is your introduction is done and you were able to follow the flow that was given in our pattern. Oh, Steffi, can you hear me?
A little bit, but the connection is very poor. No, I can't hear you now.
Hello, can you hear me? I'm very sorry. Okay, God bless you, Raylan. Okay.
Now I can hear
Oh,
you.
my connection. Okay. Steffi, very good introduction this time.
Mm.
You have a clearer introduction compared to the first time. And for the body of your essay, you were able to give good points. Just there are just some run-ons. Run-on sentences is the sentence is very long, but you can make it shorter. Just that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just that. Just that. But very good choice of vocabulary words. Just some that were not used using the proper function. It needed an adjective, but you put a noun. Just that for your essay. So
Yes.
I'll give more details on that when I send to you all the details for the corrections. Okay? But so far, that's the correction for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Who else? Do you have any question for the others? It can be for listening, writing, reading, and speaking. Let's use the time. So at least I can guide you somehow for next week.
Nathan.
Okay.
Sometimes I will like look for someone else to write the essay,
Mm-hmm.
and most of them they only use one idea. Is that okay, or we need to like make it simple and
What
then
do
use two ideas?
What do you mean? Like,
Because when they use one idea, they will
Mhm.
extend the detail, like
Mhm.
I don't know, the words they use are almost
Mhm.
like 300 for whole set.
For the
essay.
whole set. Mm.
Yeah, but they only just use one opinion or one idea. I'm just
Mm.
wondering if that just only one idea or one topic is okay, or
Okay. Now that one depends on the question being asked. So you
Mhm.
have please everybody figure out if the question is asking for opinion, you give your opinion. Okay? Because sometimes it's asking for an opinion, but you didn't give your opinion, right? You just stated details. So
Mhm.
just be careful with that. But sometimes if you are given just one idea and you have to expound it, it means give more details about it. Just make sure, please just make sure you don't get away from the topic being asked. Okay? For example, there is like example opinion. For example only, mango is the most delicious fruit for Asians. Do you agree or do you disagree? For example only. Of course, not everybody likes to eat mangoes, right? I'm an Asian, but I'm not into mangoes. It's the reality. I'm not into mangoes. If ever I like mango, I like green, the sour one. I'm not into very sweet fruits. I like sour fruits. So if you're given that, for example, only that's the idea. You can you set your opinion. It's up to you what your opinion is, and you can expound it, but make sure you don't lose track of your opinion. You always go back to your opinion. So even if you give two examples, you give two reasons, just make sure you stay in the same opinion. If ever you will go to the other side, you go back to that opinion. I know many Filipinos like to eat a lot of yellow or green mangoes. However, I just don't feel like I just don't enjoy eating mangoes, sweet mangoes that much, for example. I mentioned that the other side, but I still go back to my opinion. Just don't
Mhm.
forget that. So
Yes.
it doesn't matter what your idea is, what your opinion is. Just make sure when you support them, your support must be connected to your idea, whether it's opinion or just information that they are asking. Don't lose track. The more you lose track, this is the problem with writing and speaking. We have so many ideas. We have a lot of knowledge about the question. A lot of things are playing in your mind. But when you put it down in writing, They're too much. And too much ideas are very, very risky. You have to make sure they are really connected. And remember, you have a time limit to take the test. And you have somehow a desired number of words to do your essay. So do not exhaust yourself with so many ideas, with very many words, a lot of words that you think would not fit the question. So if you think you're writing already and then you got lost with the topic, look at the question again. Look at the question again. So you won't lose track of the question. And again, it's good to use high vocabulary words, but if you think you're very doubtful with that vocabulary word, you stick with a simple one that you think you can use appropriately. Okay? It's better to have a simple but appropriate word rather than have a high vocabulary but used inappropriately. It's still a minus point for you, right? So be careful with that in writing. Same goes with speaking. It's the same with speaking. If you forgot the question, ask the examiner to repeat the question. Rather than pretend that you still remember and your answers are very far from the question already. Ask them to repeat. It's better you ask them to repeat, right? Than to give different answers already. It will be a big minus point for you if that happens. They will understand. Just maybe you got lost a bit. Everybody knows in speaking, right? Even in daily conversation, we sometimes ask somebody to repeat. Again. But please don't do again. Not like that. There's a proper way of asking to repeat the question. Okay. So what else? Yeah, just that. Just that. So far for writing, at least you have 2 reasons and 1 example for each. Keep that focus. 2 reasons, 1 example for each. If it's needed, if opinion is needed. Okay? Because remember, you have a time limit and you have a number of words to meet. Yeah. Same goes with speaking. You have a time limit. Be cautious a little bit of the time. Because remember, it's part 1, part 2, and part 3. Right? How would you know that you're almost going out of the time? The examiner might give an interruption a bit. Either they will it's a reminder that you're losing out of you're getting out of the topic, or she wants to go to the next question. So be observant with that. Be very observant with that. So you also have to be cautious about your answer. Yes, you have so many answers, so many ideas, but then again, there's part 1, there's part 2, and there's part 3, right? So 11 to 14 minutes, that's for your speaking test. So make sure that your answers would fit all the time. Maximize the time that's given to you. Okay? So be careful always with your answer. So anything else?
So normally part 2 like speaking non-stop speaking like
Yes.
4 to 5 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's quite long, right? Usually 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. Actually, 2 minutes
Okay.
would be enough. So gather your ideas. So Rayland, I hope you understood the process. Speaking part 1, part 2, and part 3. Okay? So the exam for next week for speaking will have another topic maybe, but the process is still the same. Part 1, part 2, part 3. You practice there, okay? You practice there. Okay, so that's all for tonight. Okay, Ken Lu, do you have any question?
No, thanks, teacher.
Okay, so please, for some of you who didn't submit the process of making breaks, please submit so I can gather all your files. Okay, so thank you so much and have a good night.
Bye bye,
Enjoy
chào
your
hai.
night. Yes, have a good night. Good job, everyone, for the practice. Bye. Have a nice day. Have a
Thank you
good
for the
night,
Have a
practice.
rather.
you too.
Good
Bye.
night, good night.
Bye
Bye.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.